Hey guys, Josh Reese here, and I'm here with things you need to know. First of all, the Astros have 60 wins, and since the All-Star break, the Astros are 11 and 4. Last night, Collin McHugh, or yesterday afternoon, Collin McHugh picked up another win, beating the Diamondbacks 4-1. The Astros beating the Diamondbacks 4-1. Collin McHugh went 7 strong innings, only giving up 1 run. McHugh picks up his 13th win of the year. And him and Dallas Keuchel have been going back and forth in the win column, and it seems like every time Dallas Keuchel got a win, Collin McHugh would be right there picking up another win beside him. It's kind of nice seeing them go back and forth, the tit for tat. Uh, Carlos Gomez in his past 2 games has 4 hits, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. Welcome to Houston, Carlos Gomez. Uh, Carlos Gomez admitted in his first game he wasn't extremely comfortable in his new surroundings, saying, quote, "My first game I came to this side and I walked to the plate and it was a little bit weird." What he went through in the past 24 hours leading up to him going to the Astros, I admit was strange for him. First thinking he was going to the Mets, then not going anywhere, and then going to the Astros. It was strange, so I give him that. Yesterday he said, quote, "I feel more like an Astro now." So it's kind of nice, and hopefully you can see this trend continuing with Carlos Gomez getting more and more comfortable, him being more and more of a factor on the offense and the defensive end as he fits in with his teammates more. But so far, I mean, he seems pretty good in the field. It's very, very quick. That one ball that he misplayed with Colby Rasmus, it seemed like he was jogging, and then he hit the afterburners, and he actually seemed to overrun the ball. But yeah, he's pretty quick, so hopefully we'll see Carlos Gomez continuing to be a good player. And he'll be for another year, too, so that's kind of nice. The Astros today, they start a series with the Rangers as they continue the battle for the Super Boot, which means absolutely nothing because the Astros have more important things this year, like contending for the playoffs. But the Rangers, I'm sure it's kind of important for them to win the Silver Boot. But it won't matter because the Astros are going to win a few games anyways. Tonight it's going to be Lance McCullers versus Colby Lewis. Looks like after this start, Lance McCullers is going to start going into a rotation of 6, and he's going to start. I imagine he's going to get every other start as the Astros try to limit his innings going forward. Because after all, you'd much rather have him in the playoffs. Still not sure exactly how they use him as they get to the playoffs, but I guess we'll learn as that goes on. Maybe he's a bullpen arm. Maybe he's part of the 3-man rotation with Keuchel and Kashmir. But Collin McHugh hasn't looked so bad. So we'll see. Collin McHugh's getting a lot better. So we'll see how they use him as they get to the playoffs. But anyways, this is going to be the first game for Lance McCullers facing the Rangers this season. But it should be a pretty winnable game. Colby Lewis the past 2 seasons has been fairly hittable. So the Astros should do well in this game. I'm predicting a couple runs being scored. We'll go ahead and say it's going to be we'll say it's a 3-6 game Astros win. And of course Evan Gattis is going to get another triple because that's what he does. There's not too much new on the Rockets beat, but apparently James Harden, who is with Nike, is being offered a $200 million $200 million contract over the next 13 years to sign with Adidas. Our good buddy Rockets Insider says the Nike deal with James Harden just expired, and he has till the end of this week. Nike has the end of this week to match. So it looks like regardless, James Harden is going to have a lot of fresh kicks next year, and he's going to be making a lot of money because either Nike or Adidas is going to pay him. And it would be interesting to see if I'm not too familiar with with contracts and all these situations, but if Nike does match Adidas's offer, could Adidas then offer more? I would imagine so. So it would be nice. I'd be interested to see what type of bidding war James Harden could get into. Maybe this go into $300-400 million. James Harden is a hot commodity. So I'm sure either Nike or Adidas would be very, very interested to have him on board. So that's pretty much it. I'm Josh Reese. I'm Mr. Joshua on Twitter, and now you know.